Okay, welcome back to part 2 of Saturn Girl. This is where we're going to talk about her powers, fun facts about her, and how would we expand on the character? What would we do? As always, let me give my disclaimers and get into this. So the information is pulled from different sources across the internet and may or may not be completely complete, but they do give a really good insight on the current superhero. As always, you can catch me on Twitter or Instagram under superdeepdive, and I use the hashtag superherodeepdive. You can email me directly at b4itall, so b4itall at yahoo.com, or you can find me every Tuesday and Thursday throughout the day on Outworld Fleet Radio, and their website is www.un-con-conventional.com/radio. Whew, that was a task to get through, but I'm glad we did it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so let's get into Saturn Girl's powers. Like, she is set as far as powers goes. Like, she's got a good set. Now, Saturn Girl's powers in her initial Silver Age appearances appeared to be great. She could summon distant people, probe humans, electronic and animal minds, push weakened minds, and even directly control others' thoughts and emotions. In later years, her abilities were portrayed more conservatively, like her telepathy was used most often for communication or sensing surface thoughts, while her ability to influence and probe minds was usually limited to minds that had already been weakened in some way, such as fatigue or by someone else's, like a villain's mind control. The post-Zero Hour Saturn Girl was again able to alter, manipulate, and read minds. She could communicate mentally as well as cast illusions and maintain them indefinitely, including pseudo-tactile contact, which, while the illusions could display a personality different from her own, and she would be aware of all interactions the illusionary figure was involved in at all times. That seems a bit of a stretch, but we'll take it, I guess. The extent of her powers after the 3-boot, which is like her third reboot basically, though unknown, is substantially more limited. Although she's retained the soothing effect of her powers from her pre-crisis incarnation, she is unable to probe shielded minds and must concentrate to exert direct influence on an opponent's brain, such as disrupting an opponent's amygdala. I know I pronounced that terribly, and I'm sorry. Her mother, who is a United Planet ambassador, seems more skilled than her daughter, able to instinctively sense when Irma is using her telepathy. Titanians may choose an open broadcast system of communication, enabling everyone, even non-telepathic, as a species to hear their thoughts, or a closed broadcast, creating a sort of astral plane, which they call the mind plane, in which they can speak completely undetected and in absolute privacy. Irma is able to modulate her telepathic voice in various modes, including a telepathic scream, overwhelming and compelling as a voice one. As described by Princess Projectra, Titanian telepathy involves mostly the control of the higher brain functions, and Irma is powerless against mental attacks dealt directly to her subconscious or her id urgings. As a member of the Legion of Superheroes, she is provided a Legion flight ring. It allows her to fly and protects her from the vacuum of space and other dangerous environments. The Legion ring is pretty cool. It kind of gives her a force field with it. So it's pretty cool. It's just kind of something they have. Now, fun facts. Saturn Girl, in 2011 Comic Buyer's Guide, ranked Saturn Girl's 50th on their 100 sexiest women in comics list. I know that's kind of chauvinistic or misogynistic, but it's there. And for someone that had felt, as in part 1, or the history portion, felt that they were unattractive, they were ranked 50. They were right in the middle of the top 100, so it's not bad. In 2019, CBR.com, which is Comic Book Resources, ranked Saturn Girl 3rd in their 10 most powerful telepath list. The highest rank for a female character. So keep that in mind too. She beat them out. Let's see here. What else? I actually missed a page and messed myself up. I'm sorry. Alright, in 2022, Sportskeeda ranked Saturn Girl 5th in their 5 most powerful comic book characters with telepathic abilities list. So, that's also pretty cool because that's 2022, so that's recent. A Saturn Girl, along with Cosmic Boy and Lightning Lad, made their live-action debut in the 11th episode of the 8th season of Smallville, entitled Legion. She's portrayed by actress-singer Alex Johnson, and this incarnation of her did not have the classic one-piece suit, but a more modern jacket, pants, and shirt combination, because that's what they did during the CW shows. Though she still had the Saturn logo on her shirt. During Legion, she, Lightning Lad, and Cosmic Boy saved Clark Kent from the Persuader and helped him defeat Brainiac in Chloe Sullivan's body, taking Brainiac's remains to be reprogrammed in the future. Irma Ardeen appears in the 3rd season of Supergirl. She is the wife of Mon-El, the two having met in the 31st century and married to secure a political alliance between Earth and Titan. She demonstrates telekinetic powers in the episode Legion of Superheroes when she mentally raises weights in a prison workout yard during a battle with Rain. In the episode of Two Minds, Irma mentions her dead sister Preya. The goal of the Legion was to get back in the past to kill a world killer Pestilence who would evolve in the future as Blight, who killed many victims, including Imra's sister. Have I been saying Irma this whole time when it's Imra? I think I have. If I have, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's been Imra the whole time. I don't know. That's dyslexia, I guess. Sometimes I think we all battle it from time to time. Anyways, back on track. Okay. Let's see here. Saturn Girl, Brainiac 5, and Mon-El traveled to a wormhole that accidentally took them 12,000 years into the past. There they went into cryosleep and were awakened by a submarine torpedo when Supergirl was stopping Morgan Edge's nefarious scheme. The DEO located them and welcomed them into their headquarters. Although she is Mon-El's wife, along with Brainiac 5, hides the true purpose behind the mission from Mon-El, which causes disagreements in their life and work between them. After killing the Pestilence, the future victims and her sister are alive. They attempt to return in the future, only to get back to fight against Selena and Rain. After the fight, Brainiac 5 stays in the 21st century while Imra, Mon-El, and newcomer Winslow Schott Jr. go to the 31st century Earth. That was a whole lot of explanation for that. She was in Supergirl. Let's see. Saturn Girl appeared in the episode New Kids in Town of Superman the Animated Series. She appears in Superman's past with Chameleon Boy and Cosmic Boy. Saturn Girl also appears in the Justice League Unlimited episode Far From Home. Another version of her is a regular character in the Legion of Superheroes animated series. This version is closer in abilities to the original Action Comics incarnation, with somewhat more alien look to her. Besides her telepathic abilities, including communication with cybernetic minds such as Brainiac 5, illusion casting, and calming emotions, she displays advanced hand-to-hand combat skills. In the episode Timberwolf, she also displays a Thought Blast, which destroys several robots and enters a healing trance. After frequent appearances in the first season, Saturn Girl appeared briefly in the season 2 premiere before being put into a healing coma during a battle with Esper. She's shown recovering alongside Matter Eater Lad and temporarily returned to action in the episode In the Beginning, and later served a pivotal role in the season finale. Supergirl also first appears at the end of the 3rd season of Young Justice, where she works undercover at Bibo Bibowski's restaurant. Saturn Girl appears in the 4th season of Young Justice. Yeah. Let's see here. Saturn Girl, along with Cosmic Boy and Lightning Lad, were introduced in the DC Lego universe in Lego DC Comics Superheroes Justice League Cosmic Clash. Aiding Batman in 2116, they distracted Brainiac and Superman long enough to allow Batman to return to the Batcave in Gotham City. Saturn Girl provided the illusion to make Brainiac and Superman think they killed the Legion of Superheroes, and they also gave Superman their last remaining time sphere, allowing him to return to the present. Saturn Girl appeared in the 2019 DC Universe original movie Justice League vs. the Fatal Five, voiced by Tara Strong. In Injustice 2, Saturn Girl and other members of the Legion of Superheroes are seen in Brainiac's ending, where Brainiac 5 posed as the former in order to defeat him. While they grilled him for going back in time to stop Brainiac, they are pleased that he stopped the rampage. In DC Universe Online, Saturn Girl appears in the episode Long Live the Legion, taking place in the 31st century, both as an ally and as an enemy while under the control of the Emerald Empress. Wow, so those are some fun facts. Like, she's had so many appearances, she's done so much, and it looks like they kind of change her up every time. While I understand them doing this is the part of comics that I hate, because it doesn't make things consistent, and it makes things harder for fans to get into the character. For instance, what if your kid is watching the Legion of Superheroes animated show, then they go pick up some comics and the characters quite different from what the cartoon portrays. It causes a disconnect. One of the things I'm a fan of is consistency, and there are some things like say for instance the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man series. Like, for the most part it was consistent. The one big thing that they changed was he didn't use web shooters. His webs were organic. They were from him. I really didn't have a problem with that because it progressed the story and it didn't disassociate from the character so much. Like, it didn't take away from it. All it did was remove an obstacle that he had, because earlier in the comics, he would have these issues where he's out of web fluid and he had to kind of improvise things, or he knew he was getting low. So, it changed up his tactics. For the movie, it didn't really take away from the character, so I didn't have a problem with that. Something like this, where you changing powers and stuff, I do have an issue with, and maybe it's just me, but let me know what you guys think. Like I said, you can message me on Twitter or Instagram, or you can just follow me. That's great. I'm under Super Deep Dive, and I always use the hashtag Superhero Deep Dive when I post comic related things. You can email me directly, which I do get quite frequently. It's B4, so B4itall@yahoo.com. If you are listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube, you can comment, like, subscribe, share. If you have any questions, critiques, I am all open. I'm trying to expand the channel there and gain more subscribers. I'm also open for requests, which I have quite a few. Like I said before, I have about 10 requests. So things like Hawk Owl, Ambush Bug, someone wanted me to do the new universe. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole new universe or just pick a couple characters from the new universe, but I haven't gotten to that yet because that seems really involved, and I want to knock out some of the easier ones first. But those are some of the ones I've gotten on YouTube under comments. So comment, let me know what you think, because I always acknowledge you guys' comments. If I'm not responding, I'm at least acknowledging it, and if I don't respond, it's just because the conversation pretty much ended with whatever you said. So, you asked for something, I said I'll do it, and you said thanks, so I'll like it. But I don't need to go any further. But let's get into the power expansion. This is my favorite part, because this is where we take the hero and we look at their powers. We say, do they need an animated series? Do they need a movie? Do they need a live action series? Do they need a new comic storyline? Like, where would we go with this character? Are we casting the character? If we are, who are we casting as this person? And why are we casting them? What kind of storyline are we working with? Like, all this kind of good stuff. So, when I think of Saturn Girl, I would love to do a movie or series similar to kind of like what Booster Gold has, as far as origin wise. And it's very, very lightly touching on Booster Gold's origin. So let me explain. Like, let's have her in present day, but displaced from the future. Like, she's got to figure out our customs and mannerisms, because they are nothing like her own, and nothing like what she's been taught in school. So, like, if she's in history class and they say, oh, well, these people in the 21st century did this and this, they could be wrong, because they're maybe just pulling from media, but not actual real things. So she may be acting like, so she could be in present day acting like a YouTube influencer or something, when that's not reality. She's like way over the top when she doesn't need to be. And I also think that this could be like kind of like a teen comedy, which would be amazing, because I don't think we've had any of those really, like, at least done in an official kind of way. But what if she has to go to high school? Can she pass as maybe a homeschooler? Can she get the proper identification she needs? And what if she likes a guy? Like, will she have to research the person she likes in order to make sure she's not gonna end up being her own ancestor? Like, those are kind of questions I have, and let's have a lot of fun with it and really explore the zany possibilities that could actually happen. Like, she's got her Legion ring, so let's have it do the flight and force field stuff, but let's also have it be a mini computer, so she can receive information if she needs it. I don't know if they do that already, but and it's just simply because I can't remember. But it'd be cool if they could, because I know they used it to communicate at one point. So, but does she use it? Does she use it if it does have the computer in it, which we're gonna assume it does for this series? So that's almost like her skeet as far as the Booster Gold stuff. Does she use it to excel in high school? Also, will her actions affect the timeline? There's a lot that we can explore here, and I think it's worth doing in a funny, whimsical way, but also in a realistic kind of way, because it can help open up the DC cinematic, or I guess DC cinematic universe even more. So who's the villain here? I think it should be Emerald Empress. Like, let's say that she gets thrown back in time with Emerald Empress. Because it's happened before in a series, like we talked about that. They could be fighting, and her Emerald Eye triggers something that sends them back in time. And she's got to fight the Emerald Empress and make her way back, or live out her days in the present. So what if, just what if, also, the Emerald Eye is the precursor to a Green Lantern movie? Because if I remember correctly, they are connected. So, what if she's cast back? She gets to go home, but the Emerald Eye is left here, which can in turn, maybe they can make it into a situation where there is actually Green Lanterns out in space. There's just none here in this area. and they take the emerald eye, which maybe burns up in the process or something, so it looks almost like a green meteor, which turns into the same meteor that Alan Scott would have made the Green Lantern and Green Lantern ring from the in the original story from. And then maybe he uses it and it gets passed to Hal Jordan somehow, who is our Green Lantern, has to kind of take up the role and then gets recruited and sent to space or something to find out there's a lot of other Green Lanterns. So he's kind of an outsider in this world that they make. I don't know. That's all shooting from the hip. Didn't write all that down. Mine just kind of wandered a bit. Sorry, not sorry, because I think that's kind of awesome, fitting all three things in a giant loop. But casting. Saturn Girl has been predominantly Caucasian and blonde. But does she really need to be that way now? I don't really think she does. You know, I don't think that her race or hair color really plays into her character. You know, like, I just don't think that she has to be the blonde hair, blue eyed, you know, white girl. I mean, I just don't think that's necessary. It's cool, but it's not necessary. Because in essence, that can leave casting like wide open. We do, however, need someone that can be kind of naive and innocent, because that has always been a part of her character. Someone that's kind of nice and sweet until they hit that point where they really need to be a badass. So I did some digging. I kind of explored a little bit, and because this character is based in the future, I'm gonna end up looking for like a mixed race actress. I figure it'll be a good opportunity to have someone that can be a part of multiple cultures, and with that, they're basically able to make their own culture, you know, by merging things. And I'm talking about in kind of a personal life as well, and you know, because that can translate on screen. So, if I were to cast Saturn Girl, I chose Amandla Stenberg. If you know the name, great. If you don't, she was the actress that played Rue in the Hunger Games movie. As of 2022, it makes her about 23, 24 years old. Okay, so she's about 24 now. And she could totally pull off a 17 or 18-year-old, have that naivety, and be tough as nails when she needs to be. Like, she did a great job as a kid, with her role in the Hunger Games. I think she can do a great job with this. As far as Emerald Empress goes, I really don't have an opinion on that. It can be an older character. It can be anyone really. But what do you guys think? Do I do a good job? Do you have other actresses that you would prefer? Would you prefer her to be, you know, a Caucasian actress and blonde haired to be more comic accurate? Which is fine if that is, because all that means is that you're used to seeing a character one way and you want to hold on to that because it makes it easier to kind of lose yourself in the movie. And that's perfectly fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying we should change the race of the character or anything like that for any kind of virtue signaling. I just thought that in the future with, you know, with United Planets and stuff, we're looking at more opportunities to see people of kind of mixed races, because love is there, right? You know, I mean, who are we to judge that? So let me know what you guys think. As always, you can catch me on Twitter or Instagram under Super Deep Dive, and I use the hashtag superherodeepdive. If you're watching on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. If you're not watching on YouTube, find me on YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive, and then comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. You can leave requests, but I would love to know what you guys think. And you can email me directly at b4itall@yahoo.com. So b4itall@yahoo.com. And yeah, let's open up a dialogue on this. What do you guys think of Saturn Girl? Where would you like to see her? Let me know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna head out. I hope everyone is blessed. I hope everyone's happy. I hope everyone is safe. And I hope everyone is smart. And if you're not smart, don't get caught. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.